completed this layer of popcorns, and as usual, you chain one and turn your work. To make the 29th layer, to the 30th layer, at the end you can count how many stitches you have. You should have 35 stitches. If you have less than that, then you are sure that you have skipped one stitch and you should go back to the row of macrame.
So this is the last single crochet for this corner. Now you know we want to have a neat corner, so you turn your work to the next side, but then you first make a chain, and then you put your hook into the stitch of the same layer you worked your last single crochet. So you know you worked the last one in the post. This one goes into the stitch.
To make the next layer of popcorns,
So
you
you
start
turn
by
your
making
work to
one
the
single
next
crochet
to
in the
make single
first
crochets
side,
all around,
but then you
first
make a
make
popcorn
a
in the
chain.
second
Make sure
stitch.
you hide
So
your
remember
tail
before it
as
was
you
the
move
fourth
along. That'll
stitch that
save
we
you
made
some
the
time
popcorn.
at
Now
the
we'll make it
end,
in
so
the
you don't
second
have to
stitch
weave
so that
in
it can be
loose
neatly
tails.
arranged.
Continue contouring your work and don't forget to chain one at every corner. I'm now back to where we started contouring.
As
Watch
usual,
how
after
I'll
every
complete this
popcorn
edge.
comes one single crochet in
To
3
complete the
stitches.
edge,
So don't miss the pattern. Popcorn,
to
3
complete
single
the edge,
crochets,
I'll simply
popcorn,
make a
3
slip
single
stitch by
crochets,
inserting my hook
like
into the
that.
first stitch of the contour and pulling it through the last stitch of the contour. It's as simple as that.
I'll make it flat on the table so you can
And
be
then
sure of what I'm doing.
I would make one chain, cut my yarn and pull it through. That's the end of this piece. Don't forget to always burn every piece. It's
As you can
macrame
see, it
cord,
is neatly
it can
arranged in
unravel.
between the
So
previous
you burn
layers
it
of
to make sure
popcorn.
it doesn't
So you
unravel.
continue like that. I'll put one popcorn here, 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 here,
Now
here,
we'll make
and
the second
here.
part of the bag,
And I'll be
and it's
left
quite
with just
similar
one
to this
stitch at
first
the
part.
end.
So to make the second part of the bag, we will simply
I'm
repeat
making the last
first
popcorn of this layer.
you put your hook into the stitch of the same layer you worked your last
And in
single
the last
crochet.
stitch,
So if you
I'll
see,
simply
this is the
make one
first
single
piece where I
crochet.
contoured, and this is the second piece where I'm yet to contour. We would not contour. We will just chain one and turn our work to the back. We'll start the 28th layer by making one single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 2 and 3. Now in the next stitch we will make one popcorn stitch. I'll show you how to make the popcorn stitch or the bubble stitch. You yarn over, insert your hook, pull a loop, yarn over again, and pull through 2 of the loops you have. Now you are left with 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull a loop, yarn over again, and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 loops on the hook. We need to continue until we have 5 loops on the hook. And now that we have 5 loops on our hook, we'll yarn over and pull through all 5 of them. And that is how you make a popcorn stitch. So we'll continue by making one single crochet into the next stitch. One more single crochet into the next stitch, and the last one into the third stitch. So that means at the beginning we had one single crochet in 3 stitches, one popcorn stitch, and one single crochet in 3 stitches once again. Let's continue. The next should be a popcorn stitch. So the pattern is 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, 1 popcorn, 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, 1 popcorn. Just continue that pattern and I'll meet you at the end of this layer. But once more, I'd like to show you how to make the popcorn stitch. It's really easy. You just have to wait till you have 5 loops on your hook before you pull through all of them. So I've completed this layer of popcorns, and as usual you chain 1 and turn your work. To make the 29th layer, we'll simply make 1 single crochet in all stitches. Don't forget the stitch above the popcorn stitch. You have to make 1 single crochet in every stitch. At the end, you can count how many stitches you have. You should have 35 stitches. If you have less than that, then you are sure that you have skipped 1 stitch and you should please go back to correct the pattern. I'm showing you the stitches where you have to work. So don't forget that one on top of the popcorn. At the end of this layer, as usual, you chain 1 and turn your work. To make the next layer of popcorns, you start by making 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then you make a popcorn in the second stitch. So remember before it was the 4th stitch that we made the popcorn. Now we'll make it in the 2nd stitch so that it can be neatly arranged. As usual, after every popcorn comes 1 single crochet in 3 stitches. So don't miss the pattern. Popcorn, 3 single crochets, popcorn, 3 single crochets, like that. I'll make it flat on the table so you can be sure of what I'm doing. As you can see, it is neatly arranged in between the previous layers of popcorn. So you continue like that. I'll put one popcorn here, 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 and here. And I'll be left with just one stitch at the end. I'm making the last popcorn of this layer. And in the last stitch, I'll simply make one single crochet. As usual, chain one and turn your work. And as expected, after every layer of popcorn comes a layer of single crochets. So you can continue to work in single crochets till the end. You can always count your stitches at the end and be sure that you still have 35 stitches. This is the third layer of popcorns. So remember, the popcorn will go into the fourth stitch. So if you have popcorn in the fourth stitch, you know that the next layer of popcorns, your popcorn will go into the second stitch. If you are not sure, just turn your work to the other side and you will see if it is in the right place, because it has to be in the middle. So look at it here. We have one popcorn and then so we have 3 single crochets, 1 popcorn, 3 single crochets, 1 popcorn. In the other place, you have 1 single crochet, 1 popcorn, 3, 1, 3, 1, like that. This we have 3 single crochets, 1 popcorn, 3 single crochets, 1 popcorn. So make sure you maintain that pattern. And remember that in between every layer of popcorn comes a layer of single crochets. Or if you don't do that, your popcorn will be on the wrong side of the bag. Now I've come to the end of my popcorn stitch. I have 18 rows in total, and I have ended with a layer of single crochets. Now, just like we did in this previous piece, remember that we went and made the corners even. So here we have to do the same thing. Now we are back to the top. To start this top, remember that usually we will make one chain here and then go into the same stitch. But this time around, we'll make 2 chains so that that edge will not be bulky. 2 chains to complete this. So we're not going back into the same stitch. Instead, we're going into the new layer. And then we'll make a single crochet there. So see, that gives it a flat appearance. And then you keep making single crochets to finish this level. So now I'm making the last single crochet of this layer, and after making this, we have to cut the yarn here. So this is the last one. Don't go into this place. So we chain 1 and pull it through. Then you thread your yarn needle, insert it into this one. In my case, my thread is too short, so what I will do is I'll go in to the one we started with, and then I will thread my needle. and then pull it out through there. So that is it. And now I just need to hide this one. Don't forget to burn the end so that it doesn't unravel. To make the side of the bag, we'll start by making a slip knot, and then we'll chain 14. So as usual, we'll skip the first two and make a single crochet in the third one. This layer, just like all previous layers, will be single crochets all through. I'll meet you at the end. You chain one. At the end, you chain one as usual. Turn your work to the back. Don't forget to go into that same stitch and make another continue single crochet. To make single crochets. So it's really easy, right? 12. So that is what we will continue to do until we have 90 layers. Don't forget to always chain one at the end of every layer. The reason we need 90 layers is because it has to go around the bag. It has to go around the edges of the bag. Remember, it's the side, so it must go around 3 edges of the bag. Now my 90 layers are complete. I'll simply contour the edges of the layers just like we have done to every other piece. And to join the bag, I will line it first of all. I have my Eva foam and the material for lining. I will sew it to the pieces of my bag except the popcorn layers because it doesn't need it. I've gone ahead to mark the corners of my bag so it will be easy to join. Made a slip knot. I will insert this at the top of the bag from behind, and I will simply be joining all edges of the bag by making slip knots. I'll show you. I'll get in view very soon. So as you can see, I'm starting from the top of the bag. I'll pull out that loop, take out the first stitch marker, insert the hook into the stitches of both pieces, pull a loop and pull it through the first loop. So that's how to make a slip stitch. I'm sure you must have seen it in other parts of the bag. So continue to match both sides of the bag. Make sure you don't make any mistake. If you skip any part, your bag will be wavy. You won't get the desired effect. So I'll meet you at the end of joining. So I've joined all pieces of the bag and these are my loose ends. So as usual, we'll just weave it in, try to hide it and make your work look neat. I also added some fittings like the magnets and the bottom of the bag before I put the lining, just to hide to make it neat. So you can weave those in, and this is an idea of what your bag will look like. It's time to put in the furnishings like your D-ring, the chain, and whatever bag decorations you intend to put. I'll show you the final work very soon. It's been 3 busy days of making this bag. Yeah, let's put in the furnishings. And voila! This is the bag. It's really beautiful and sturdy. It doesn't need anything inside to make it stand. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, please, please, pretty please. Thank you and see you next time.